Hi and welcome to a new video, and this time we're going to have a look at the new version of SimpleWebRTC and the already working WebRTC web client support. So this means that it doesn't matter on which device your SimpleWebRTC app is running, you can always connect to video, audio, and data channel streams via WebRTC. So for this, I have once here my Unity editor open. I have my app deployed to my Android device. It doesn't matter which Android device, you can even use it on your MetaQuest. And I've deployed it to an online storage and I've run it locally. My smartphone is on the 5G network, so it's not in my local area network, but my editor and this local instance are, but it doesn't matter because we're connecting to our existing signaling server, which is currently on glitch, but it will be moved to Replit. It works nevertheless. So let's get started. So first of all, every client has to connect to our signaling server. And on this web page, we just click to connect WebSocket, connect WebSocket again, do the same on our smartphone, and start the Unity editor to also connect. And as you can see here in the logs, there is already a lot going on. And if I now send a data channel message from my editor to others and open the logs here, for instance, we see that there is already a message from our peer, which was accepted here. Maybe we'll just make it a little bit easier by sending our message from the web platform. Here, hello from browser, just clear the logs, send data, hello from browser. This is the first web client, and going to the second web client, I can again send from the browser widget with a different peer ID. So that's already working. I can use the data channel messages, for instance, to change how this cube looks. Let's say I want to change it to yellow. Let's have a look if this works. Send data and it change it to yellow. Let's change it, for instance, to black. And let's say we just want to have a certain client, like this peer one, to change it, peer ID, send data, and this one changed to black while the other one stayed yellow. So the data channel communication is already working. And now let's try to distribute our Unity webcam stream to all other clients. Let's say from the yellow cube, let's start the video here. And we see, okay, Unity client is already receiving, the web client is receiving our yellow cube. Although the browser just locked up, maybe let's try the Edge browser. Here it's working, and on the Firefox browser it's working too. So we're distributing our stream over multiple clients, and maybe let's start another video here with the black cube. Okay, we see the black cube, and if I now want to, for instance, distribute my webcam access, let's use Edge for this. I first of all have to refresh my devices, and you see my camera, microphone array, and I can start my local media here. I will just cover my webcam and get started. As you can see here, always while you already heard the audio and the video streams are already here. So I used my notebook webcam to stream it into my Unity app, and the other way around, I'm using my Unity app to stream everything to other clients, and I can use my local media here, like camera and microphone, to do a video or audio stream to other channels. And I can use the data channel with predefined commands. I'll show you that in a second, to call things in the Unity app. So let's stop everything and hop into Unity so that I can show you what's going on and how this is working. So first of all, the current version is already drafted and submitted to the asset store. It should go live under version 1.3.1. And the only thing that you have to do here is nothing except for updating. And I did one thing to make my instances control the color of the cube here. So I just hopped over to the client done connection object and registered an event handler on the data channel message received. This will only be called if I either send a message to all clients or to a specific client, so there is no need for you to check which message is incoming. And over here in the utils, there is this script, and I just did the following. There is just a method set color with a string, which is the color name in this case. So when I send yellow, I'll try to parse if yellow is a color that is acceptable, and if yes, change the color of the material. So nothing more than this, and only registering the event handler on the data channel message received, and you can build your own logic, for instance, having buttons in your web application, sending strings to your clients for changing camera positions, do certain commands, etc., etc. So that's it. And there is actually the web client, and there is the GitHub repository for the web client. It's already live, so you can go to the GitHub repository, check it out, and set up your own web client. And it's pretty simple. It's just a web project with a byte config in there, which you can launch with the command npx byte or npm run dev. And this is the site you saw before. And it's pretty easy. Everything is actually explained within the code. So I guess we just hop straight into the code. So let's check out first the index.html. It's pretty simple. Styles, controls, a few buttons, you saw them before, and nothing really special. There are two classes, the main class and the WebRTC manager class, and the WebRTC manager class is just a re-implementation of SimpleWebRTC in JavaScript. And the main JS class is just handling the UI stuff, like getting the buttons, generate my unique peer ID, register all the event listeners. But the only thing that you actually need here is the WebRTC manager class, which is instantiated here, setting up a few callbacks and calling the connect function to connect to the WebSocket, and everything else is more or less handled automatically. And the same goes for where it is. Here's the media selection. Here you go for set local stream. Set local stream will set the local video stream. Most of the things you see here is console logging and showing what is going on in the console. There's nothing really complicated to do for you here. And in the quick start section, there is the same. So we have a button here and we just call connect and everything should work out. And when starting the video stream, you can then an offer is created to actually start the streaming, which happens in the WebRTC manager class, and set local, this so-called set local stream. Okay. So when you call set local stream, here is the place where we are going to create and send an offer. I will not walk you through all of the code here. So as I said, it's basically a re-implementation of the SimpleWebRTC asset. But if you're interested, it's basically the same. I added a lot of comments and a few thoughts here, maybe to make it easier to strip out things you don't need in JavaScript and so on. And if you're curious, you can also use that, for instance, to have a WebRTC streaming setup only in the browser. So if we just start it here and start, open the web page. So we have two streams. We have two test pages open here. And let's just connect the WebSockets, refresh the devices. In this case, it will only work on one side because it's not allowed that two browser windows access, for instance, the camera here or the same microphone, but we can just check it out. If I now start, it's covered. I'll just mute it to not have double audio here, but it's streaming actually. If I just uncover the camera for a short moment, it's white, and I just cover it again. And actually, if you have a second camera, you can start the local media here and it's streamed there. And this goes for quite some clients before it stops. I can stop the stream here. I can close all the WebRTC stuff and disconnect from the WebSocket. And that's actually everything you need to know to have a pretty nice streaming setup for WebRTC with Unity and Web. So feel free to check out the repo links. They are They are in the description box. And if you want to support the channel, please consider becoming a channel member on YouTube, or if you don't like YouTube, you can also use Patreon. Thank you to members on YouTube. Thank you to members on Patreon. And if you don't want to have a monthly commitment, you can also go on Coffee and, for instance, buy us a coffee. And actually, that's it. The updates should be live soon. And if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments or in the issue section on GitHub. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.